Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Don't Let Them In. This is a 2020 film. It came out this last March and it runs an hour and 21 minutes. It's pretty short. It stars Scott Britton, Louise Duncan, and Amanda Hunt. The description: this is a home invasion movie. It's in the vein of Your Next and The Purge, which that's how they're advertising it, but I don't really buy into that. It's about a group of people under siege by masked intruders in an abandoned hotel. This only has 707 grades on IMDb, but that seems like a lot for considering some of the other movies that have been out this year and people have not graded online. So this is called Don't Let Them In. Thank you everybody for watching this video. This movie comes to me due to research that I do at the beginning of every month, trying to find new movies I've never watched before. And this is definitely one I have not seen before because it comes from, I believe, overseas. And it's available just on certain media outlets. So, not sure if you'll be able to find this one, but if you want to put it on your list for something you've never seen before, I can at least advise that. Um, yeah, we're gonna start with the advertisement of this movie because Your Next and The Purge, like The Purge is one of the best scary movie, like gruesome movies series of all time. And Your Next, I don't really remember liking that movie too much, so it can kind of be on the same scale as that, but I don't like people saying their movie is a mixture of two great, well known movie, especially franchises, because then you're like hyping it up, and for it to be as bad as it is, this movie, it's not anything close to The Purge, so I don't even like them mentioning it. Um, we have our typical problems in this movie of repeating dialogue, not answering questions when people are asking, who's outside or what are we going to do next or, what's wrong with you, and nobody says anything to any of that kind of material. I just don't understand the writing of movies like this because when I'm watching a movie and somebody says, who's outside, and you don't answer that question about 10 freaking times, that starts to get on the viewer's nerves. Like, just tell us our little story. Just say it now. Don't wait half an hour. We know it's going to come in a half an hour, but we don't want to wait that long. Just tell us now. So, story structure is very important. You got to improve the writing on movies like this because you have this one kind of light-hearted character that kind of brings some comedy to the movie, and you got this stiff character who's just kind of doing her job and ask a bunch of serious stuff. And um, honestly, I just wish that people would round out their characters a little bit better. We got the funny guy here. He does so many stupid things. Like, I started to count how many times he just annoyed me by the thing he said, and they started racking up, And the stiff character, she's fine. She's kind-hearted. She's trying to do her job well, but she just doesn't add anything to the movie. And then she ends up being a vital key piece at near the end of the movie. And I'm like, where is that character development at? I just you kind of throwing a 360 there, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So these kind of movies are kind of what get on my nerves. I guess you would say. Um, the characters that they present in here, the only explanation they really offer is that it's some kind of cult. But when you have creatures in a movie of normal human beings, you got to kind of explain what the hell's going on. You can't just have us assume that because there are characters, because there are creatures in your movie, we just have to accept that. That's stupid. You have to tell us why they're in there, where they come from, something. You got to explain something. Um, the one good piece I will give to this movie is this guy that his kind of backstory is that, he was rumored and put away to have killed a kid when he was a kid, and then as he grows up and is an adult, he's in a mental hospital, and then he just gets released like a month before our movie timeline starts, and so now he's living at home. And the guy that plays that character does do a pretty good job with his character. Even though his character won't answer any questions, even though his character sometimes the development doesn't make sense, um, I think he does a good job playing that role. And it's hard to play a schizophrenic or somebody that's disturbed or something like that. It's hard to play those roles, especially in scary movies that nobody cares about. And so I want to give props to at least that one person that played a good role in this movie. Um, there were some good elements to this movie, some good frights, some good chase scenes, some good scares, some good blood things. Like I said, it's not up to par with any other like well done movie, and there's too much music playing while people are talking. They're trying to add more eeriness to it. And they have a scene towards the end where they're in a cave and it's kind of hard to understand what they're even saying. So I don't like the audio on that part. But it's not the worst movie I've ever seen of this category. I was thinking while I was watching this, the words home invasion, like, they're used so many times nowadays. We've had so many home invasion movies. It's just like endless. So if people enjoy making these things, great. The name of this movie is Don't Let Them In, and they literally let people in. Like, one of the first scenes is him letting somebody in. So, like, I don't really understand the name of it. I don't really understand the production of it, but it's not the worst I've seen. I just can't believe that we have so many home invasion movies. And so I'm going to give this a C. It's very middle of the road for me. It's hard watching these home invasion movies when they're all the same. So you have to add something different. And the stuff in this movie just didn't have anything different. But they had enough things to impress. And one character that kind of impressed for me to give Don't Let Them In a C. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and get some of them to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Thanks.